Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Jerry Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is it really true? Is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Jerry Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
If you can hear me, hey, how you doing? It's Doc G. I'm doing a Jerry Petito show. Oh boy, I'm doing a Jerry Petito show here at Hamilton Radio. We're on Channel 2. I got to the right of me, her guest, Ricardo Richard,
Hello, everybody.
and his esteemed cast of players for his new, what is it, a second season, right?
Second season, yes.
So tell us a little bit about your show first, what it's about, and then we'll go into the second season.
Okay, so for people that don't know out there, the way the show came about was my best friend lost his life a couple of years ago. So at that point in time in my life, I just was a little, depressed, and I really was just trying to figure out my life and just figuring out exactly what I wanted to do. So with him passing, I just kind of felt like acting and writing and I wanted to do that since I was a little kid. I just didn't know how to go about doing it, and I never seen anybody from my neighborhood do it. But after my best friend passed away, I was just like, it was a go. It was just time for me to stop living my life in fear and just do it, So I wrote, I put a cast together. I mean, I'm saying it quickly, but it was really like a long, kind of tedious process. And then I found a videographer. The guy, he actually didn't really, at the time, really know what he was doing. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I wanted to do it. And then before you know it, I saved up money, a budget, a camera, and then voila, season 1 debuted January 31st of 2018, I believe.
You know what's amazing is this guy never gave up. And even though you were depressed, even though you had problems, even though you had issues that you dealt with, you still, I'm doing this. I'm going to do this. And you got other people involved. Who are the people sitting next to us?
You guys want to introduce yourself, or? Go ahead. You guys can introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Christopher Ash. I'm an actor.
Go ahead.
My name Cam Wilson.
I'm Archie Benjamin. I play the character Corey Brown.
So yeah, these three or whatever. Chris is my little cousin, and Kayan and Archie are my godsons. So originally it was Kayan was just in the season by himself, and then I just thought, like, you know what, maybe I could just throw Archie in there. And then they had a scene where they like beat me up and everything. I know they enjoyed that. And then after that, yeah. So if anybody watched season 1. Kayan's character was gunned down in an alleyway from a police officer. So in season 2, you will see what happened like before that day. You get what I mean? So so you'll see like what led up to this, this little boy getting gunned down police officer. So that's where season 2 kind of takes off from there. And I just had them two in mind. And then when I wrote it, while season 1 was airing, I wrote season 2, and I was kind of done with it. And then what happened was I met Chris. He's my little cousin, but I didn't see him for a long time. So we was at a family get together, I believe in Ocean City, Maryland. And as soon as I met him, I'm like, he needs to be in it, because I just remember him growing up, and he was singing, he was dancing, he was acting, he was rapping, doing everything. And I'm like, This little kid is a prodigy. Like, he just need the opportunity. And I said something to him, and you can find the YouTube series. It's called Bitter, the And Sign, and Broken web series on YouTube. So please, you guys, go to YouTube right now and watch all 8 episodes. It's on there, and season 2 will be up in a couple months. So yeah, definitely check it out. And I promise you guys, you would definitely love it. I love it. So when I met Chris or whatever, I just knew that he needed to be in there somehow. But the challenging part that I had was the script was already written. So I'm just like, okay, what do I do? So I thought about adding another brother because you don't see him at all in season 1. You just see them two. So when I was like, okay, I'm going to add another brother to the mix. And then I said to myself, I could just create a story. Because what I was going to do was at that point, being that the script was done, I said, you know what, I could just create a story, the Brown brothers, and just have a story just with them. But then I thought to myself, how about I throw these little kids in our world? You get what I'm saying? Have this, instead of taking a separate story, put it in season 2 and make it bigger and better. And that's what I did. And literally the kids, they just made the series into their own, and they're the stars of the series.
So a lot of it is writing, but you also improvise. You guys improvise a little bit too, right? That's awesome because that gives them a lot more acting experience to learn that.
And it kind of plays off of their character in real life a little bit. And in some scenes, I would say with Archie, because he's actually the lead actor of the whole series. Last year was Rasan, and this year is him. And he did an amazing job. And I felt like he went and portray emotions in the series that I haven't really seen in real life. So when I seen him, become Corey Brown, and it's just when you see the new episode, it's this scene where it's just giving a tribute to all the fallen soldiers who lost their life to police officer. And the scene that he does is like he's looking into your soul. He's looking into the camera and telling you how he feel as a young, African-American man growing in the urban community, how he fears for his life and his safety. So when I was watching it yesterday, just getting ready for it to, just looking over the final edits, it just gave me chills. And I felt it in my soul. Like when he was like, I just want to be alive, You
realize what you're doing for these young gentlemen? I mean, I know they're your godchildren and your cousin and stuff, but you're opening up doors for them that if you weren't here, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
And that takes a lot for him to do that. You guys understand that, right?
Yeah.
How is it as acting? How you guys like acting?
It's time consuming.
Time consuming, but the product is good, right?
Yeah.
And the message gets out to people.
Yeah, and it takes you away from doing a lot of stuff.
Takes you away from doing a lot of stuff, yeah. Well, it's always worth it, though, because
Yeah,
you don't know
it is.
where your career is going to head. You have a better chance now, experience like this, because it's going to put you out where you may have not been. So you have to respect that and respect him for doing that.
Right. Absolutely.
So in the series, a lot of the writing you said it runs with regular everyday life, right? How do you portray that in the series? Because I know you've got to like stretch it out a little more.
Yeah, I definitely. How I portrayed it is, I think I just kind of just write just from I kind of like what I'm feeling. In season 1 kind of was the setup, so I just followed that template. So I just kind of followed the character's lives. Like in season 1, you see my character. He's a young father who's hurt, and his way of dealing with hurt is just, kind of drinking. So you see at the end of season 1, he decides he want to go to rehab. So you'll see in season 2, just a continuation of that, like
The result from the rehab.
the
and stuff
result
like
of the rehab. And then also with Archie character, Corey, in the season opener, you'll see him running away. He's running away basically from his brother's dead body. So I think to me when I watched it, it was just a lot, like, because in the scene you'll see he's having flashbacks of him and his brother, like the days before his brother passed, and he's like laying there and seeing his brother lifeless body like in the alleyway. You get what I mean? And it's just like when I watch it, sometimes I just can't believe it. Like, wow, God, like this is really amazing. You get what I mean? And I just felt like I couldn't. They told the story in a way I couldn't. Like I wrote it, but it's like they brought the characters to life, and they're able to speak from it from this generation, and also like they can touch people, kids their age, and I also want people to take away, I think, parents as well, because in this season, they are homeless, so their mother kind of leaves them stranded, and all they have is each other. So they have to do things that they don't want to do, to kind of survive.
So you're feeding us breadcrumbs right now, so this way people get an idea of what they can see
Absolutely.
and what they're gonna watch
Mhm.
when they watch the series.
When they watch it, yeah. So you'll just see them, and I just wanted to, for parents that's out there, I know that's making, a way and they're working hard for their kids, and I just want people to understand that kids go through a lot, they see a lot, they hear a lot, and I just think it's important to really sit down and have that dialogue and talk to your kids, because like I said, with this season, you just see these 3 kids. They're literally like grown-ups because they don't want to tell, like, they're going to school every day, they're living in abandoned homes, and they're going to school and they're not telling their teachers what's going on. So for me, I think it gave me a good perspective because I am a teacher, and you just never know what kids are going through when they're coming to school every day. You get what I mean? So for them, like I said, to just display these characters, it was just amazing, and it is amazing to just see it all come together.
Very true. Let me do
Yes.
this real quick. We're going to give some shout outs in a little bit. You guys got any shout outs you want to say hi to people? Any of your friends? Father, mother?
I did the same shout outs last time.
No, you can do them again.
Shout out to my cousin Zira. Yeah, my mom, my mom, my grandma, my dad,
Nice.
my 2 uncles, my aunt. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, what about you?
You want to shout out anybody?
Nah.
Don't be afraid. Let's give some shout outs here. I got Jerry Petito. This is her show. Hey, Jerry. Maureen Angelica Lynch, she's watching. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Maureen. We also have a bunch of other people watching, too. Let's see who they are.
Actually, didn't you want to shout out your Instagram, right? Or your
Huh?
YouTube?
What'd you say?
Did you want to shout out your YouTube?
Oh yeah, it's Controlled Mystic. Do you know how to spell that?
You gonna spell it?
It's
C
okay.
is MYSTIC.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So your backgrounds are, did you guys actually go to and do any acting in school?
No.
No plays?
Mm-mm.
Choir?
No.
Nah.
Nothing, huh? That's wild. That's really
Nope.
cool.
I snatched them up while they're green. I'm like,
That's
okay,
cool.
we're gonna do
I mean,
something positive.
I do choir.
You said, yeah, you do
I do choir and I dance.
Very,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah. So I'm really excited. I can't wait for the season to come out and for everybody to see it. We've been working on it for like a year and a half.
Mhm.
So we were filming while we were doing while season 1 was airing, and there were times where I'm like, is this going to come out? You get what I mean? Because it was a lot of work, but
What are some of your hours like? I mean, you like early, like he's a long time, probably early in the morning to late
yeah,
at
we
night,
do
right?
a lot of early mornings. We'll try to, like early. We'll do like 2 or 3 hours of shooting, and then sometimes, and the kids is good because they work really fast too, and they've been getting better as as they grown from season 1. Like they'll come, like we shot a scene Saturday. Chris and Archie. We shot a scene like close to the background where it was like an abandoned house, and something that would have probably shot like a couple of hours, they was able to get it done like in 1 hour.
Oh, so
a whole scene. So
really cool.
it just goes to show you, like, them working hard and they're getting it. So it's great. It's really, really great.
Should we open up the phone lines and have people call you? Do you want to take some calls?
Sure.
All right. If you guys want to call, you can at 609-807-2492. 609-807-2492. We're here at the studio, and you can ask these guys any questions, or you got water for you.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Biggie Betts.
Why do you throw? Why does he throw? One more water.
Interview. I'm at an interview.
So with your show, I mean, we really get to talk about it again because when I originally first talked to you about it, you said the reason why it's called Hurt People, is because people don't have the channeling of getting rid of their hurt. Like I was abused when I was a kid, right? So, no, I'm good. I was abused when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I channeled that through, I did karate, I did baseball, I did football, I did track, and I sang,
Yeah.
and I did play instruments. So I channeled it through all the arts.
Right. That's great.
No, but as I'm saying, a lot of other people they can't channel it.
Right.
They have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Like in my situation, I was hurt when I went home, and I was bullied when I was at school
Wow.
because I was real short when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I can understand kids and toddlers and older people, younger people that are small, that are looked down on, because I was there.
Yeah.
You know, until you have that growth spurt, and you're real tall.
Right.
But
I'm
hurt
short.
people, it's not their fault, right?
Right. I mean, I would say with the hurt people thing, I feel like everybody's hurt or been hurt. You get what I mean?
Right.
And I feel like, some people hurt people intentionally and some people unintentionally. But it's something that
Is there a difference?
Is there?
Because when you're hurt, you're hurt.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a difference. I mean, everybody I feel like has experienced hurt, or sometimes you're still hurt and don't realize it. But I do feel like some people literally, depending on their hurt, like say if it is a parent or whatever who've been through some things, challenging things, and they could say to themselves, whenever I have kids, I'm never going to do that to my kid. And then it could history could, wind up repeating itself because you're not realizing maybe the hurt that, that you probably haven't dealt with your hurt, so you could pass it on to the next generation if you don't really address it. You get what I mean? And also just constantly living in that state of hurt, like daily. You get what I mean? So, yeah, it's a hard situation, but I think as far as it pertains to the season or the series, with this next one, I'm trying to do more so like with the healing. Like, okay, we understand hurt people, but when is people going to start the healing process? When are you going to acknowledge that, what, I'm hurt? And it is unfortunate because a lot of people that grow up in the inner city, like where we grew up at, don't really address the hurt. Some people like cope it with drugs or alcohol,
Right.
or, just all different type of things. So, you just want to deal with it.
How do
or
you?
it's going to deal with you.
Yeah, well, as I was gonna say, the healing is the important part, but
No.
how you get to that point where you start healing, it's the hardest thing. Because you got to understand that a person that goes through any type of addiction may not know they're addicted.
Right.
So you may not know you're hurt.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I think it's like, even me personally, like in my own personal life, I think, when someone passed away so traumatic like that, for me in my life, so sudden, it's like you gotta do some soul searching, and I think for me, I just want to be the best version of myself. So I promote, even in the series and in my own life, like counseling. You get what I mean? There's nothing wrong talking to somebody. If you feel like you can't talk, you don't have a support system, there's nothing wrong with going out there to get that help and taking care of your mental health. I told myself, like, I was like, in the new year, I was like, I'm going to do something nice for myself. Like, even if it's like once a month, like, do something for you.
Absolutely.
You get what I mean?
Yep.
Because sometimes, like, the type of person I am, I feel like I give so much to the point where I don't have anything to give. So I realized that I have to, I have to give to myself too.
Well, I think that when you take care of yourself, you can take care of others better.
Absolutely.
Right? And if you don't take care of
Absolutely.
yourself and you don't make yourself number one,
Right.
nobody else is going to do it.
Right. And I feel like I had to learn that the hard way in life, but I'm getting it, it's work in process, work in progress. You know what I mean? So I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, Jerry's supposed to be calling. Please look out for Jerry's phone call, Ruben. She's calling in a couple minutes. So that's really awesome. So when you decided to do this series, it was just something you just said, I'm doing it, and that's it, right?
It was something that it's crazy because years ago when I was in college, I wrote a play called Misery Loves Company. Never did anything with it, and I just kind of like, after that, I never wrote after that. And then I kind of picked it up when my best friend had died. And when I started writing, I'm like, can I write again? Like, I really didn't know if it was something I could do.
Hello.
Hello.
It's Jerry. Yes.
It's
Hi.
Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
What's up, Jerry?
Hi, Sweet Pea. How are you all?
Good.
Good.
We're good.
All right, good. So when are you going to do Heal People, Heal People?
You know what's so crazy? I have an episode called that in the new season, so maybe we need to see how we can squeeze you in there. And I
Gotta
dedicated
do
that.
it, baby.
I dedicated that title. I was like, I'm gonna name this hill because I was going through stuff. And I'm like, what am gonna name this episode? So I was like, oh, this is gonna be the Hill People episode because it's so
Yay!
emotional. The episode is so emotional. So then there's a forgiveness. There's a lot of stuff going on in the episode. So I was like, I think I'm gonna name this episode Hill People.
Beautiful. And I want your autographs.
So I got to give you credit and everything for that episode.
I love you guys. Hey, little guy.
What's up?
So, real quick about what you said, that it's time consuming and you can't do a lot of things while you're working this show.
Uh-huh.
But guess what? You're going to be famous. It's all going to be so worth it.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Right, kiddo?
Yes, I hope so.
So, all right. Love you guys. I'll continue to watch.
Okay.
Thanks, Doc G, for doing this
No,
for
no
me.
problem,
All right,
Jerry.
bye,
Take
guys.
care. Take care, my dear. Anytime. All right. Have a good day. All right. So, yeah, we're taking calls, guys. We have Rob Scribner watching, Kimberly Riz, Howie Garut. These are two people from other radio stations, too.
Hello, we'll be happy to come.
The world is watching you.
Yes.
So, when you take this on Netflix one day,
I can only dream. I can only hope. You know, I hope. You know, it's just like I remember when I first started. I was like Netflix, but I just realized like even just being able to
why
have the
not?
platform more. I mean, I would love.
no,
I
but,
would
but,
love.
but my question is, you're saying it like it's so determined that you're not going to, but you want to.
Absolutely.
I'm saying it like it's already going.
It's
and
already
doing.
happening.
Yeah.
Yes, let's speak it into existence. Yes,
Yeah.
I think that. Yes, we're going. Yes, we're going. We going there. Yes.
Any Netflix executive watching? I would love for you to give us an offer. I would love an offer right about
I
now.
just told her not to call. But that's okay. I just told her to text me. Yeah. So yeah, anybody who wants to call, they can call in. 609-807-2492, like Jerry did, and we'll take your calls. She's gonna keep calling. But anyway, yeah. So let's continue on with the season 2. This is going to be a little bit more extensive. New characters, you
New
guys
characters,
mentioned.
yes. And some
Is it going to
old
be
characters
new
as
places
well.
too?
Yes, we filmed
Locations?
the first season.
Sorry.
We filmed predominantly in Trenton, New Jersey. But this season we kind of shot some in South Jersey. Hamilton. We shot in Delran, right?
Somewhere in Delran.
Delran.
Yeah, we did. Wait, where you live at?
It branched off to
Willingboro,
a
right?
lot of New Jersey.
That's where we shot. Yeah.
Willingboro. Yeah, so we got a chance to kind of expand like the South Jersey region, and so yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm doing it live on the studio right now. Hello? My daughter.
Oh, it's okay.
Yes,
Hello.
I'm doing it for her. She's in New York. Yes. Huh? All right. No. All right. Bye-bye. Okay. Sorry. My daughter. Oh, boy. Sometimes kids. I love them, but, they don't understand. So, yeah. So, new locations. Is that going to be around Trenton area? Or?
Yeah, we shot in where were some of the areas we shot in?
Delran, Hamilton,
Burlington.
Oh, okay.
Willingboro.
Yes. So yeah, we shot a lot of. This season we shot a lot of South Jersey, and then in the new season we shot where
Around the corner.
Where was we at?
Around the corner.
Mercer,
Burlington City.
somewhere.
I believe we was in Burlington City. I think, right?
Ooh.
And I
we
was
did
not
by the
Yeah,
river
Burlington
City. Yeah. So we took it out of and I think PA, right, Archie?
We went to PA.
What, Tata?
Oh, y'all went
yeah,
to
I
PA.
think
did,
by the
we did,
bridge,
we
right?
did, yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all
we shot
went.
some in
Yeah.
Pennsylvania too.
So who
yeah.
does the location shooting? You just plan it or go? Or?
Yeah, I plan it. And we have a videographer, so
Oh, okay.
we just kind of figure out like dates and times, and then I'll just send him over like a schedule, and he'll let me know, hey, this is what I could do this month, that month, and we have practices during the week. I really wanted to do like a documentary. I hope I could do it in the future. I just really wanted to show the ins and outs of how to put together a series, because when I tell you that like the finished product is just like watching it is like one thing, but they could attest to it as well. Like when you're watching one scene is what, like how many hours you filmed, Archie or Kenyon or Chris?
Just for like 10
For one
seconds.
scene.
Just for any scene.
One
Bro,
scene.
it's like 3 hours,
Bro,
man.
Exactly.
One
so,
scene is like 2 to 3 hours.
Yes.
It takes forever.
Right.
Like
so it's
a minute.
We gotta get like
minute or
15
two.
different angles.
For real, because of Barry.
You know that we're a film company too, right, guys? And we did a couple films, and I did a couple films with them.
Facts.
And we, believe me,
Mhm.
production, I understand all about that. 6
Right.
o'clock in the morning to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or 3 o'clock in the morning.
yeah.
You know, a whole 18, 24 hours sometimes. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's a lot. And that's
You
why
give
I
a
say
lot. You give a
you
lot.
give a lot, and that's why I say I want to just, just thank them in front of everybody watching. I want to thank my god kids, Keanu, Archie, and my little cousin Chris so much, because I know during this process, I'm probably not always the nicest. You get what I mean? Because it's like I got to be the director, the creator, and all of that. So I just thank them so much, just for sacrificing their time. You get what I mean? And I always tell them, we never know who's gonna watch it, who you're gonna be able to inspire. And I just kind of felt like I was just grateful that I was able to do this with my god kids, and just give them an opportunity. Keep them busy. And after that, sometimes we would do things with each other. Sky Zone, we would spend time with each other, and we would have conversations. And so it just felt good for that year and for these last 3 years to really just tune in, and really I felt like it helped us build our own relationship as well, through the ups and the downs, so it kind of made us all closer,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, so I'm grateful for it.
And you meet a lot of great friends from it, and you're creating more networking.
Yeah,
abilities.
definitely networking and meeting people, and yeah, definitely, and that's what I'm excited about, like just meeting people along the way. And the next thing that I've been working on is a play that I'm in. It's somebody else's production, and
tell
we're
us more
supposed to
about that,
be
too.
yeah.
And you don't forget the film award companies and the film things they have, film banquets and
Yeah.
in New Jersey film awards and all
Mhm.
kinds of other things.
Right, and that's all the stuff. Like I guess slowly by shortly, like I'm learning about those things and stuff like that, because it is a series that we put a lot of time in 3 years into it. So I want to see it go as further as it could go. You get what I mean? Like
Movie.
I'm grateful for the YouTube.
Never say never,
Yeah,
because you got
never say
technology
never.
today, man.
I
You just-
know.
it helps you so much
It
more.
really, really do.
Talk about a
I really, really
documentary, you
do.
can do a movie.
You get
And
what I
you're
mean?
using the basis of your roots
Mhm.
to get you to where you want to go.
Absolutely. And I'm just excited even for the city of Trenton. I just feel like it's huge because nobody's from where we come from has done it. I see more people now, I think recently. Like I seen, I think a series that was on the Monk Show or something, and they were from Trenton. I seen maybe last year. So I'm glad I'm starting to see more people do it. But when we first came out and we decided to start filming, and I started writing this in 2016 and we filmed in 2017, it was no other series out there, from the city of Trenton. So for us to be like kind of pioneers in doing it, like I'm just so grateful, and I hope that we could just continue, and create new characters and just keep it going.
I want to give a shout out to Deborah Wolf. Deborah Wolf was in this studio. I believe her son Travis is in a ABC or CBS sitcom
Oh,
called
cool.
Bobby Ashakola or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And yeah, he came here and he did a show with somebody else, and we got to meet him. He's a young kid, just
that's
like these young
amazing.
guys.
Yeah, that's how it all started.
And that's what he said. He said, he just went from one place to the next.
Yeah.
Got to the right managerial traveling, agency, the right agency with him.
Yeah.
And they've been working with him. I mean, if you find the right one,
Yeah.
and they're really nice and helpful, then yeah, please use
Yes.
them.
That's why I told Chris. That's why I told Chris, like, he got to keep going. I know
You got to, guys.
what Archie is more so. He's more want to do. The next thing is more so. Well, you could say it like what you want to do next.
Football.
Good.
And what you want to do next, Cam?
I don't know.
Okay. And I know Chris. He wants to do. Well, you can say what you want to do.
I want to do a lot, really.
Do it all.
I want to. I want to sing.
Do it
act.
all.
Basically, I just want to be a musician and I want to act. Really.
Do it all. Keep the same attitude, guys.
Absolutely.
You know,
hmm
keep the same attitude. Just keep open about
Yes.
what you want to do, just like him.
Absolutely.
Speaking of being a young kid, like, we seen, like, we were able to see, like, a little bit of season 2.
Right.
And, like, comparing myself from then to now, like, I really, like, I grew up on camera. Like, you could really see the age difference and, like, how much I matured.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
how old are you now?
I'm 12.
Okay, that's really it. And how old are you guys?
14.
14.
Okay, so yeah.
You can see
I'm
it.
turning 13 this
And
year.
They got it.
They kind of grew up. You'll see it, like he said. Like they kind of grew up on camera because I think Archie was 10 and Cam was 11, I believe, when they started.
And I'm about to be
I think
13
around
this
that
year.
time. You said sixth
That's
grade,
crazy.
right?
Yeah, nah, for me it was 5th.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was in 6. I was 12.
Okay. I don't know why I thought it was younger than that, 2017. But yeah, so you'll see like the metamorphosis of them. Like when I was watching season 1 the other day, and Keon's mother Frederica, she's on the show as well, and she was just like oh my God, you know, Keon was so small, and you know his voice was so squeaky, and then you see them now, and it's just like in the new season they got bass in their voice, and so you can see them. So you could literally
Grow,
see them
man.
growing up on camera, which I think is amazing. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
that's
so
cool.
cool. It's so dope. So
You started when you how old were you when you started again?
Like 10, 11. 'Cause
10 or
we
11.
started
Now you
We started
14.
shooting when I was in 5th grade.
That's
But
crazy.
he didn't post it or not.
Okay.
yeah, so it's been a couple of years. We've been really grinding. So again, I definitely want everybody to
I'll
definitely
send it to you.
go on
I'll send it to you.
YouTube.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's called Bitter and Broken web series, and we got 8 episodes on there, and it's amazing, and it's a great season. And season 2 is even better. And it was so crazy is that we just started filming season 3, and I think for me, one of the challenging parts sometimes, and I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, is you want to be better. You want to make it better. And then sometimes when you just giving it your all, you're just like, can I do it better? And I can say, like, this season 3 that I've been working on, it's even better than the season that's about to come out. And I didn't think I could do that. And it's just,
You got it, dude. You got to push yourself.
gotta push yourself, because I realized that as time go on, more experiences in life.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And I was just going through stuff today, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is so much better. And with the new season come next year, it's kind of like an exclusive. You'll have Chris more so take the lead as the younger brother, because he's the younger brother out of the 3 brothers. So it's cool. And what I love too is a lot of people on this season, it was their first time acting. You know what I mean? So it was just great. You know what I mean? So it's like all fresh faces. Everybody that you'll see, you've never seen them before do anything. So yeah, we're all like green, so it's amazing.
Oh, that's cool. That's so cool. I like the fact that you guys are just regular, normal people, and you could be the next Spike Lee. Any of these guys could be. You never know. I mean,
You never
really
know.
don't know where your series is going to go and who's going to pick it up. Who's watching now could break the difference. You don't know.
Absolutely, yes, but I hope so. I'm really hopeful of the new season, and I just, like I said, not to repeat myself again,
No.
I just really want this season to do amazing things. You get what I mean? Even if it's not monetary, like I just want to put this thing in the universe and just see how far it goes. And I want, like I said, I want people to heal, and I want people to just get the help that they need to grow as a human being. So I'm just so excited. Like I think when I meet people, right? Some people who I don't know, some people will come up to me, and then some people I do know, and people come up to me and they'll be like, I'm so proud of you. I don't really know how to receive it sometimes. It's because I still feel like I'm in it. And I think because I'm just constantly keep going and I'm going and I'm still working and I'm doing this and doing that. And I think the moment where I'll be able to take a break from it. I'll be like, wow, like I can't believe we did that.
Can't
You
believe
get
it,
what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
I can't believe we did a series like where we did constant, we constantly worked hard and like it's just amazing. You get what I mean? And like I said again, it's just amazing for them because I felt like I was trying to teach them a work ethic. You get what I mean? Like, okay, we getting up 8:00, we getting up 9:00. You get what I mean? Like instead of just
Boy, was that tiring.
yeah, like on a Saturday they off from school, we could just eat or stay up all night and
Right,
go
I'm
to
trying to sleep.
So it's
I
like
gotta work.
time to go, time to get up, chop chop. You get what I mean? So I think it was just really really great. And then a lot of areas we would go, people would be like, "What are you guys doing? What are you just asking?" And so it was just like I said, it was just an amazing feeling, and they just killed the season and. It's just going to be great. It's amazing. And the trailer is out now on my Facebook page. And it's also on the Hurt People, Bitter and Broken Facebook page. The full trailer will be out maybe next month. And it's amazing. Like, the new trailer it's amazing. Like, it's amazing.
Let me ask you a question. When you get done, say, just one segment, how do you know what to end the segment on? So you like get the people interested to watch the next one and continue on.
Let me
with the
tell
story.
you, when people see when people come to the beginning to the end of this season, I was watching a little bit yesterday of Archie, Corey. When I was watching the final episode, they haven't got a preview to watch it, but hopefully they will. I would definitely let them watch it.
Please.
And when I say Archie did such an amazing job, like I'm so proud of him. Like just watching it, I'm just like, and it was a moment for me where we was filming a scene, and I remember when he filmed this scene.
Oh, let me play it.
Yes.
Yeah, you can play it. Hold on, just let me finish what he's saying, and we'll get to that.
He did a scene that was like an alleyway scene, and he did the scene, and I remember him just knocking it out of the ballpark. And I remember in season 1, the guy who played Bashir, which is the Rasan, he kind of did it in season 1 where it was one of those moments where I didn't have to give no direction and they just went for it. And I'm literally like just stuck, like while I'm watching it through the camera, and I'm just like just go, like I don't gotta say anything, just go for it. And he just had one of those moments that you'll see in season 2 where I'm just literally just watching. I didn't even have to give him no direction. He kind of knew exactly what to do. And the episode, when people watch the season and they see the evolution of it, and then when they see watch the last episode, they're going to be wanting season 3 because it's just amazing. And I'm not saying that because I'm in the series. When I watched it, I'm just like, if I wasn't a part of like this cast, or if I didn't create it, I would just love this show because it's just really, really, it's really good.
Set this video up for us, and then we'll run it for you.
Yes.
What do you know what it is? The video that you picked?
The trailer is the mini trailer. So in the mini trailer, you just see Archie. He's kind of standing out on the balcony crying because his mother left him, and he's in a program, and she's never came to see him. So, and he's just reflecting on the times he had with his brothers.
Okay. All right, Ruben, you can run it anytime you're ready.
So it's like a 30-second clip.
Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna.
I'm only 11. Just take care of your brother.
I want to be the one to tell y'all, but we homeless.
Side, cause you can't play both, that be the other. Don't tell me that you love me, I'ma love how the money flip. It's flip, 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 flip. I'm addicted to custom, my fetish for mixing this and that. You know the need for handling work, now I can vision for millions, no second guessing, I'm after that.
Yeah. Where did you get the music from? Is that like local artists?
Yes, it's a local artist called Goldfingers. He loved what I was doing. He's seen the series, and he actually reached out to my sister who plays Jordana Roberts. So shout out to Tiffany Levin. And he was like, yo, I love what you guys are doing. And he actually inboxed me one day. He was like, I got a song for you, little bro. I'm like, okay, what is it? And I listened to it, and it was called Hurt People, Hurt People. And it tells the story. He was like, I'm going to give you this. And I just thought it was really, really cool, like, because you just never know who you're going to touch. And he actually gave me that song as well. It's called Choose a Side. And then there was the other song called Hurt People, which I didn't put up yet, but it will be in the new season. So we got a lot in the new season. We have a lot of local artists, their music in it. Season 1, I didn't use any music. But season 2, I used a girl by the name of Pretty Tsunami, who she's amazing. She's also a relative of mine, my cousin. She's really doing amazing things, and I think she's been on the show.
She's been on the Monk Show, yeah.
She's been on the Monk
Yeah, I
Show.
remember him
Yes.
mentioning it.
Yeah, she's amazing. So I had her music in there, and then I had my cousin. His name is Mano Brooks. He's a local rapper, and his music is in the first episode as well. So we had about 3 different local artists. So I thought it was amazing, So kind of like one hand watches the other.
You got a lot of ties to Trenton. I mean, all the cousins you have.
I know, and I didn't even realize it. One day I looked up, I'm like, wow, our family is really, really talented. Like, so we're all kind of doing different things, but it's just kind of good that we're trying to do something positive and just kind of breathe life into the city of Trenton.
Oh, please. Trenton needs it. Trenton and Hamilton need
Trenton
life.
Trenton definitely needs it, but yes.
So we want to take some more phone calls. Anybody wants to call in, you can, guys. You can call in at 609. I think they took us off of Facebook. I think they shut us down.
I also wanted to say,
video.
Anybody that wanted to follow me, my name is Ricardo Richard, Ricardo. It's spelled Richard, Richard. That's on my Facebook. You can also follow me with the same name on Instagram, Ricardo Richard. You can follow us on Instagram at Hurt People Series. Also follow us on Facebook, Hurt People, Bitter and Broken. You want to shout out your YouTube again?
It's Control Mystic, MYSTIC.
Yeah, so he's doing his own thing with his YouTube channel. He's
That's
trying to
good,
build
man.
up his
That's good.
Subscribers, which I think is amazing.
Just want to say there's a lot of gamers
Yeah, I
that
know,
are
that's-
making a lot
that's
of
what I
money.
do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're like thousands and thousands of people. And us as parents, we're telling our kids, don't game, and you guys are making fools of us.
They making money.
Because you're making
They
money.
making money, exactly. So that's great.
And you're having fun at the same time. So I got nothing against gaming. If you want to do that, go ahead and do that.
I also wanted to shout out, if I can, the rest of the cast of Hurt People.
Go ahead.
Bitter and Broken Season 2. I wanted to give a shout out to Tiffany Levin, who plays Jordana Roberts. She did an amazing job. Shout out to Janine Ayers, who played my mother, Elite Cannon. Shout out to Rasan, who played Bashir. Shout out to Taylor, who played what was her name? Look, I didn't wrote the character, forgot her name. Allure. Shout out to Terrence, who played Malachi. Shout out to Asmar, who played Chase, my son on the show. Shout out to Marquel, who plays Jaden. Shout out to Jackie, who plays Mrs. Tootsie. Shout out to Valerie, who plays Bree. Shout out to Zamir Johnson, who plays Claudette. And am I missing Davon, who plays Kobe? It's so many different people in the season. Like, I just can't keep up with all of the characters.
How about your crew?
The crew. Shout out to Barry. He's really the only. Me and him is the only one behind the scenes.
See, you don't have enough people.
Yes, I
You need
would
like
be.
at least 4 or 5.
It would be
4 or
great.
10
You get
people.
what I mean? So shout out to Barry McLean. He's the videographer, and he's like, behind the scenes. It's me and him that's doing everything behind the scenes. So shout out to him. He's actually the editor as well. So I feel like me doing 100 jobs, at least I could depend on him to like do the editing and do the videography. So that takes a lot off of me, so that way I can focus on the creative side. So shout out to him. I feel like I'm missing like one more person, but yeah, shout out to Kimani. That's Archie's little brother. He's going to be in the season premiere as well. And I believe that's it. Shout out to Marquise Stout. He's also in the series too. He plays a young psychologist,
Wait,
so
you said K.I. Mom?
Huh?
Frederica?
Frederica. Shout out to Frederica. She will be in the new season, so that's amazing. So Summer.
Something ironic is the character's name is Malachi. My baby brother's name is Malachi.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I didn't even see that. Yes. So just shout out to the whole cast. Shout out to the whole cast. Do you guys want to shout out y'all school or anything, or no?
Nah.
I don't need no.
Oh, they're beyond school now. Are you kidding me?
I don't need nobody coming to my school. That's great. That's nah.
So yeah. So I'm excited. I always wanted to say, like, I always wanted to be the type of person to do something like this. So it's just amazing to me. Like, timing is everything. And for me to be able to do what I've always wanted to do, I'm really, really grateful.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, we got about another half hour yet before we end. Any phone calls, guys? 609-807-2492. You can ask the guys any questions. You can ask Ricardo any questions. I'm just I'm flabbergasted type of thing because I love the fact that you're from a hometown.
Yeah.
You're doing what you want to do and you're making it work. And like I said, I see it Netflix probably in another couple 6 months or a year.
That would be amazing.
I mean, I could see
what
it
y'all
happening.
think if that was on Netflix? Like, how would y'all feel if that happened?
Would you be embarrassed? Would you be happy? Would
Happy.
you care? Right.
How would you feel, Kay?
I don't know. I was just like, I feel pretty happy when I check come in the mail.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Would I still have to go to school?
Yeah, but you could look at school in a whole different way.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be amazing. So we hopefully Netflix, if you see
Bigger, better
see us,
things, guys.
let us know. We want to continue to grow and get out there.
Bigger, better things happen to people that believe that they're going to happen.
Absolutely.
You got to really believe. So, if it does go to Netflix, will you be doing more series?
If it does go to Netflix, would I be doing more series?
Movie.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely want to continue to grow. I actually haven't thought that far ahead. Like, I want to write a book. I want to do some stuff. But absolutely, what I do feel about this series, hurt people, because
It's endless.
It's endless because it's so, like, season 1, I felt like, it talked about my character, the grown-ups. I felt like as far as the kids season, it was more so Kayon's character, Jordan. In season 2, I felt like you see a lot more of Archie. And in season 3, I feel like you're going to see a lot more of his character, where the other two take a backseat.
Right.
And then if I was to do a season 4, I feel like I could.
Really
I feel like I could tell it from the perspective of the mother.
Right.
You get what I mean? Because it's like you got his perspective, you got his perspective, you got his perspective. So what about the mother? Because I realized that sometimes kids, they could see it one way, and a parent can see it a whole completely different way.
Absolutely.
So it kind of changes the narrative. You get what I mean? So I feel like it's something, and because of life, naturally you evolve. I feel like this is as a TV series that you could keep growing, and it could grow into season after season after season, So yes, like I've definitely, if that was to come, like I could definitely see it growing, and I could just see it just constantly going. You get what I mean? So we'll see what the future holds, but I've definitely just started writing a little bit like of the next part. So I'm just kind of staying.
When do you find the time to write?
I haven't been? It's so crazy when I was doing season 1 and 2, and like I was like just going in. I think the more when we started doing more of the acting, and then now when I started being in another production, like with the whole play, it became a little bit more difficult. And then I worked regular 2 jobs or whatever, so it became a little difficult. I think this is a time where it became a little bit more difficult. But I just know that I have to make time. Like last night, I had wrote a scene with a new character. His name is Eric, and he's the best friend to Tristan's character. I kind of changed it. At first, the guy was kind of supposed to be somebody he met, and then I'm just like, no, let me just change it up. So, yeah. So, and it's just great. Like I said, with the new season, some actors that's been local in Trenton, people been reaching out. And it's also, I don't know, it's the show called The Wire that I used to love when I was a kid. And one of the actors I was talking to, I sent him the full trailer, which Archie's in, and he loved it. He was like, so why am I not in that web series? And it just touched me because this is somebody who I watched on TV.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So for him to say, I like what you doing, I need to be in your series. I'm like, well, I don't know if I can afford you. You get what I mean? But it felt good, and it felt good to have that, just for somebody to just be like, wow, I really like what you're doing. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So I hope one day it just falls in the eyes of like Tyler Perry or somebody, so It would be amazing. Like the hurt people thing is amazing, and I feel like it could go in so many different ways, like mental health and
Facts.
I told myself one day I would love to have like a hurt people day, like where people like come get counseling or come get spiritual healing or come,
I love
either
that.
get
That's
book
beautiful.
bags,
That's
and
beautiful,
if you
dude.
don't have book bags for school, come eat. Like you could just get touch on different areas like emotional health or mental health or spiritual health.
It's all part
or
of it.
just-
It's all part
yeah,
of it.
it's all part of that hurt people thing. So, I mean, hopefully one day, like I would love to do that. Like I said, if people can't afford things, they could come and get help. And
Beautiful.
just
That's
like
beautiful.
a whole day of it, or a couple of hours, like at a park where people just come out, have a good time, and eat, on a grill, and just have a good day, like a great day. So hopefully in the future.
Yeah. What about hurt people that hurt animals? I mean, I know a lot of people that seriously.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like that's what, and I never looked at it like that, but that's a level of hurt as well. You get what I mean? Because I haven't touched on that in this season, at all. But definitely hurt people that hurt animals. Yeah, that's a whole nother probably. Yeah, like a whole nother element. You get what I mean? Or a whole nother thing like of hurt. So. Yeah, it's definitely out there. I haven't really thought about it in that way as far as the hurt people thing, but it's real. It's true. People that hurt animals, I'm pretty sure they're hurt or angry or like so.
Well,
Definitely.
here's the thing: 90% of the people have dogs or cats. So if you put a percentage of that in your films or thing, you're going to get a more percentage of people watching. Just saying.
Yeah.
Because how they react to how people hurt animals is horrible. I mean, it's just
right. PETA or whatever.
nobody. Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, nobody really. Animals and dogs and cats can't talk.
Yeah.
But they feel the hurt. And if the person is hurting and how they react to the animal, could be a big thing. You could maybe increase your viewership.
Yeah, I never.
There's a lot of different ways. A lot of different ways to look
A lot
at
of
it.
different ways. Yeah, absolutely.
I like the mother's perspective because the mother is probably the one that's the most nurturing, caring person, and at the same time, she's probably the most vulnerable.
Absolutely.
Because I know my mom was.
Yeah.
And when I say things, I speak from experience I went through.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's the only way I could speak. I can't. I don't want to comment on things I don't know about.
Yeah.
So I comment on things I know. And what my mom went through, domestic abuse, I seen in her eyes. You could see the hurt, the pain,
yeah,
and dealing with it.
And it's so crazy that you say that. We actually touch on it this season too. You'll see a young lady who's like running from her life. She's just trying to get past an ex, and an ex just like won't leave her. Like he doesn't want to leave her alone. So he kind of
Yeah, some guys are like that.
yes, he kind of box her into like a desert place, like a place where he feel like nobody's there because he wants to kill her. But unbeknownst to him, it's one of the characters is there who, kind of intervened. So I don't want to say too much, but we definitely talk about domestic violence. I feel like that was important because some people are in relationships like that and they don't know how to get it out, get out of those situations.
Sure.
Because it could be because of self-love or because maybe they feel like that's all they know. So we talk about those things, and the girl who plays the character Taylor in one of the episodes, like behind the scenes, she just talks about like how to get out. And we leave like a hotline number. We talk about, of course, like suicide, and what can lead up to it, and and how to prevent it. What else do we talk about in this series? Of course, like I said, homelessness. We talk about that. We talk about sobriety, like with my character. We talk about faith, of course. So in the open episode, you'll also see the pastor side of he's struggling with like just trying to accept his son because his son is struggling with his sexuality. So his whole thing is just like how is the church going to look at me? Like, will I still have my church if my son is struggling with this? I don't know if I should deal with him. So I think with the season with the pastor, he's more so, I would say, more religious than actually like a follower of God, you know. So it's more so like on the look and how it look, and instead of really like just giving his son that love, even if he doesn't understand his son, just be like, you know what, I love you, son. I don't might not understand it, but you're still my son, and I'm gonna love you. He kind of condemns his son to hell, kind of. So you see his son literally out in the desert, ready to commit suicide. He has a gun to his head, and he's just like, I don't have anybody. And I feel like that's where the character kind of like meets God. You get what I mean? Because he was just ready to give up on life. So it's just so many things in the new season, which I think is amazing. And that's what I love. Like when I was watching this season, like for myself, I was just like, it's so much stuff in the season. I was talking to my sister, kidnapping and just it's a lot. So it is really, really good. It's amazing. You get what I mean? So I don't want to say too much, but it's really, really a good season.
I think you whet our appetite really well with it. I think a lot of people really want to go see it. This is season 2. It's on YouTube, right?
It's on YouTube. Season 1 is on YouTube. For those who out there that's in the city of Trenton, Hamilton, tri-state area, we're having a premiere party April the 24th, 2020. It's on a Friday. The doors open up at 7:30. And we just started selling tickets. So we would love for people to come out to the premiere party, so you guys would get a chance to preview the first episode before it even goes out on YouTube or anything like that. So come out, please come out, check us out, and you also can meet us. You can meet the cast; they'll all be there. The Brown brothers will be there, as well as some of the other cast members that will also be there, so you'll get a chance to meet everybody. I think this is a great opportunity because there's so many times I watch web series or shows and you want to know who the actors are. Like, are they like their actors, or are they like how they are on TV or on, you know, YouTube and stuff? So if you come out, you guys get a chance to get to know us and meet us and, you know, see that we're regular people. So
You guys are regular people.
Regular
You're
people.
awesome people too. That's the good thing. Like I said, if anybody else, I've got some more shout outs. Eddie Testa, Timmy Flevin, Doug Schimel, Kelly Shannon out there watching us. If you guys have any questions or you want to call in, you can, 609-807-2492. We got about another 20 minutes to go in the show, and we go to like 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So we have a lot of time.
Yes.
So if there's anything that you want to say, now's the time to say
I will also say for anybody out there, please, or whatever, there's a play that I'm in that's going to be coming out really soon in the next couple of months. We're supposed to be touring, supposed to be going to Atlanta, going to a lot of different places. It's called Marriage, Single, and Everything in Between. So I just wanted to shout out the director. Her name is Michelle Cox.
She was on the show before. She was here last time with us.
Yes, she was on the show. So I'm just excited about that, starting that new journey. And I'm excited, you know, like, so to see how everything go. So, and I'm excited about the future. So we shall see, just trying to take it, you know, one day at a time.
I love your attitude, man. You just got to keep on plugging.
Got to keep going. Definitely. Definitely got to keep going. Even when sometimes I say when you want to give up, just got to keep going. You know, just put your faith in God. And a lot of times on set or whatever, you know, we'll wind up praying with each other. And, you know, we try to just, you know, keep God in the center of it.
Prayer is the key, right? It's it kind of motivates you, meditates you. Meditation motivates you and also keeps you going.
Yeah, definitely. I think if it's not monetary, one thing that I feel like I want to get, like, I really want God to be pleased, like what we're doing. You get what I mean? And I just really want to just touch people, like, in a way like Tyler Perry touched me, or the singer Brandy. Like, I really love her work. You know, like, they touched me, like, when I was a kid, and I'm like, oh, okay, like, I seen them do it, then I could do it. You get what I mean? So if I could just touch somebody's life, or just, you know, for somebody that might be struggling with alcohol, you know, decide, you know what, let me go to rehab, or somebody that's in a domestic violence relationship, say, you know what, let me get out of it, or somebody who's struggling with having a relationship with their mother or father, and they don't know how to say it, you know, if I could help somebody do that, I think everything that we did, it would just be great. You get what I mean?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So it's just, like I said, it's so much stuff in the series, and I just hope people just, you know, take away some good things from the show, and also see, you know, also you'll see, like, how that being that these kids are from the inner city and the urban city, people who may live in more, I guess, maybe suburban areas. If you watch the series, you'll see, just what kids in the inner city has to go through.
So
You get
true.
what I mean? So hopefully, it'll give a different perspective for some people who maybe not familiar with those type of, those environments. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be good for people.
I think we send the wrong picture to children. I know my 2 girls growing up. I seen the pictures that were going out. They see your mom and dad don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't do drugs, and all their friends go to these bars. They drink, and Super Bowl, everybody drinks. So we're sending the wrong messages to kids. You're telling them not to drink, or don't drink as much, but you can drink a little. It's it's the wrong message to send.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, everything is, I understand, is like even the gambling is addiction, right? Everything is a little bit at a time, small quantities or whatever. But at the same time, it could do a lot of harm to somebody that can't control themselves.
Absolutely.
And who is that person? They don't have nothing on their forehead. I don't know who they are. It could be anybody.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. That's so true.
And you're ruining lives. I just don't see it as, as a prominent thing that people should do. I don't think that you should drink. I don't think you should smoke. I don't think you should do drugs. That's what I did. But that's because the way I grew up.
The way you grew up,
You know?
And it's like when
And all the hurt I went through, most of the people said, "Oh my God, I would have been on drugs." I would've been on I said, "Yeah, but you didn't feel the way I dealt with it."
You know what? Also, I want to say too. Like, I think it's all in like what you expose yourself to, because I say this when I was growing up and I was younger. I remember growing up and my cousins, kind of lived in the projects, so I would go to the projects a lot. And the things that I would see growing up as a kid, I thought it was normal. When I got older, and that's why I'm always talking to them, and I know they probably like, "Oh my God, just wish you be, shut up." You get what I mean? Like, I'm always talking to them, always pouring into them, because a lot of stuff that, like, how they feel is how I felt like when my aunt and them talked to me. But when I got older and I got in the real world, I'm just like, wow, everything. I'm glad that my aunt was talking to me because I see what she was talking about.
Right.
So a lot of stuff when you're a kid, you're not really going to understand until you get older and you get in the real world and you be like, you know what? Thank you, for talking to me, because that's how I feel. Like, wow, thank you for telling me that stuff, because when I was a kid, I didn't want to hear it. You get what I mean? But now that I got older, I'm like, thank you for telling me those things. So when I got older and I started being exposed to different things. I was 13 and I was in a choir. We went to California and won first place and everything.
Cool.
So it exposed me to different things. But what I realized is when people that live, let's say in the city, when you're not exposed to anything else, if that's all you've known and seen in your life, you're going to think it's the normal.
Right.
So when you step outside of that and see, oh, wow, Princeton, oh, it's different. When I got older, I'm like, oh, Princeton. Like, even if it's 20 minutes up the street, I'm like, oh, everybody don't live like this. You get what I mean? Or if I'm going to Heightstown or just these different parts of New Jersey, like, I'm like, or Pennsylvania, and I'm like, wow, like, so everybody is not like growing up like this, like everybody's not fighting, or everybody's not drinking every day, or everybody's not smoking every day, So, it's just about being exposed to different things. But some people, that's all they know, and that's all they've seen, and that's all they like grew up around. So, that's all they do basically.
We should talk about peer pressure, because I know that's really big, because it was big when I was in school too.
Yeah.
And the result of that is really, really horrible, because if your friends or schoolmates or whatever, they ask you to do certain things, it's not really the best thing to do.
Yeah. How do y'all feel about peer pressure? Like, in y'all generation, how you feel about it, Keon?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Don't
It's
even
like-
take a
it's
lot of
like-
it nowadays.
Yeah.
Say it again.
It don't take a lot of peer pressure to make somebody do something.
Right. Very
This
true.
this
Like, it could be
generation,
from a suggestion,
yeah,
and then they'll do it.
this generation like is. I really don't know how to put it without being negative. The generation has like, negative thoughts. Like
You have
we-
to change them.
Yeah.
You have to change them for yourself.
Everybody wants to fight. Everybody wants to.
Yeah.
Peer pressure really ruins lives.
You can't let it do it, though.
What you think,
gotta,
Archie?
You got to fight it.
About peer pressure?
You guys are good kids.
Peer pressure. Yeah, I don't peer pressure nobody. I don't get peer pressure. I just stay home, play the game. But like, now it really it don't really happen as much. Well, I don't see it happen as much, but I don't really know.
Oh, okay.
It might happen to different people, different times.
I just feel like when I was younger, like, okay, so in one of the episodes in the new season, it's peer pressure. Like, you see one of the brothers, Jordan, is asking his other brother about joining a gang. And I wanted to talk about that because I feel like when I was in college, I wanted to understand, like, I was taking a gangs course. And in the gangs course, it was just basically telling me that a lot of people join gangs is because of the family dynamic. And that gave me a different perspective because I never looked at it like that. So you see these young kids, they're living on the streets. Of course, an older man or whatever, or an older friend, or just somebody in the community sees that they can prey on these kids because they don't have any parental guidance. And so it's just like, you know what, I'll give you money. You know, I'll give you shelter. I'll, like, almost like a father figure, but it's kind of used in a negative way. So when you don't have that strong foundation at home, you're going to look for it in other ways. You get what I mean? You're going to look for it. Well, if you lack love at home and you don't have that foundation, you're going to look for that
so
love.
true.
You get
So
what I
true.
mean? So I wanted to shed that light in the season, like, that kids are being peer pressured to be in gangs, or if it's not gangs per se, to be peer pressured into drugs or alcohol or, you know, sex or just any of those things. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I know for me it was different in my generation, so I don't really know how it is for theirs.
Oh, we got about 3 minutes. Okay. We're going to end it in about 3 minutes according to this. So we're going to end early. So, Gad, go over where people can watch your show again.
You guys can go. The series is called Hurt People, Bitter and Broken. But you could, again, go on YouTube. Please subscribe. We love comments. Please also like. On YouTube, it's called Bitter with the and sign. You can also type in A&D if you don't put the and sign. But Bitter and Broken web series. So watch all 8 episodes. Start from episode 1. Again, go on our Instagram, Hurt People Series. Follow us on there and follow us on Facebook, Hurt People, Bitter and Broken. And one more thing, also, viewing party is going to be April 24th, Friday. Please pull up.
Can anybody come to this?
Yes, tickets on sale. As long as you paying for the tickets.
Where's it at again?
It's going to be at the Masonic Temple in Trenton, New Jersey. So long as you know you're paying the $25, then anybody's welcome. Don't worry, it's gonna be security. You know, nobody has to fear for their safety. So it's an open event for anybody that want to come.
Cool.
Please come, and you can hit me up if you want tickets. Actually, after we leave here, I'm gonna be selling tickets.
What is the date again?
April 24th.
April 24th.
It's on a Friday. Doors open 7:30. And the viewing starts at 9, and then it's going to be like a party at 10. So if people just want to come to the viewing, come early and get in there and get out. And just come and enjoy with us and meet the cast.
All right, beautiful. Okay, guys, we're going to end it.
Meet me.
Yeah, come meet the guys. And I'll talk to you all later. Have a great day, a great night. And next is the DJ Danny Show. And by the way, guys, if you want to donate anything to Hamilton Radio, you can go to the website, hamiltonradio.net. There's a donation button. Click on donate, and whatever you want to donate is fine with us. $1, you know, whatever it is. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
I'm only 11. Just take care of your brother.
I want to be the one to tell y'all, but we homeless.
Side, cause you can't play both, that be the other. Don't tell me that you love me, I'ma love how the money flip. It's flip, 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 flip. I'm addicted to custom, my fetish for mixing this and that. You know me for